After 4 months away from the track, riders returned to the tarmac for some action at Losail International Circuit for the official Qatar tests, the first of which was the Shakedown, which provided the rookies their first taste of Premier Class action. It was a difficult first day at Losail International Circuit as a wind-dominated track meant the pace was slower than normal and even brought out a red flag due to an air fence requiring repair as the rookies were given a rough first ride. Pramac Racing debutant Jorge Martin was one of those to fall victim to the wind as he crashed at turn 3 due to a tank slapper which was impossible to save. The Spaniard took P10 overall and will be looking to improve on that time over the next week of testing. Avintia Racing also got a first chance to see their new look rookie lineup in action with Moto2 world champion Enea Bastianini stringing together some impressive laps to sit inside the top 5 times of the day. He's certainly one to watch this year, as is Sky VR46 teammate Luca Marini. Valentino Rossi's half-brother's P8 gave a glimpse of what he is capable of on his GP19. The much envied and championship winning GSX-RR was back on track for the first time since it helped bring Suzuki the 2020 title with Silvan Gintoli in control. However, they weren't spotted with any new features. Topping the times for the day is Honda's Stefan Bradl. The test rider recorded a 1:55.614 with the team bringing 2 chassis to the test, one which was seen in Jerez a few weeks ago, but Bradl rode on the same chassis he finished the 2020 season with, but it had carbon bonded onto it. Elsewhere, Dani Pedrosa was once again in the saddle for KTM along with Takuya Suda, and the Austrians were spotted testing out a new tail at Losail, but the duo were the slowest riders of the day, placing P11 and P12 respectively. Yamaha had 3 test riders out on track, including a first appearance for the recently retired Cal Crutchlow in his new role with the Iwate factory. 2 of the YZR M1s placed inside the top 5 times of the day as the 3 riders switched between bikes throughout the session to get as much perspective as possible, and the Bologna Bullets were spotted testing out some new wings as they aimed to prevent their Desmos Edici taking off. The Ducati test rider placed P5 in the times. Also testing out a new whole shot were Aprilia on their newly redeveloped RSGP, however only Lorenzo Savadori went out on track today as he prepares for his first full season as a MotoGP rider. Moving on to day 2, where we saw a full complement of MotoGP riders on track for the first time in 2021. There was plenty of intrigue around the action as we saw a number of riders in their new colours for the very first time. Following maiden runs on the Desmos Edici for the 3 rookies in Ducati's ranks, Jack Miller, Francesco Bagnaia and Johan Zarco turned out in their new colours for the Bologna Bullets. All 3 were on the GP21s, though it wasn't the smoothest start to life for Pecco as he crashed at turn 3. It was the same corner where Jorge Martin went down during the Shakedown test, but Saturday was a better run out for the Spanish rookie, while Avintia's Enea Bastianini and Luca Marini were spotted on the GP19s as they continued to get accustomed to life in MotoGP. Frenchman Quartararo makes the step up to the Monster Energy factory side for 2021 and will be among the front runners for the title. His new teammate Maverick Viñales was also back on track and placed inside the top 10 as the better of the 2. 9-time world champion Rossi will ride on a satellite team for the first time in nearly 20 years with Petronas SRT. The doctor looking comfortable in the seat of the M1 as he put in over 50 laps. His new teammate and last year's championship runner-up Franco Morbidelli also got his first taste of action and fared slightly better than his veteran colleague with a P7 finish. Current world champion Joan Mir was back on the newly revealed GSX-RR in Losail and will have been satisfied by his first run of the season, breaking the 154 barrier to take P3 for the day. Alex Rins also placed inside the top 10 as the Hamamatsu factory are the only unchanged lineup heading into the new season. Paul Espargaro is another big-name debutant and he had the opportunity to ride in the RC213V for the very first time, fulfilling what he is said to be a dream of his. He rode the 2020 machine as did LCR duo Takaki Nakagami and Alex Marquez. Test rider Stefan Bradl continued to be the pace setter for the Hondas, taking P2 with the second fastest lap of the day. It was a strong start to life in the factory KTM team for Miguel Oliveira, with the grid's most recent Grand Prix winner placing in P5. His sophomore teammate Brad Binder had a tougher day as he went down at turn 2, disrupting some good early momentum. Tech Trois Iker Lecuona was also on the track as he hopes to build on a decent rookie season, and he will be aiming to draw on the experience of Danilo Petrucci, who joins the French team for the season ahead. It was the perfect start for Aleix Espargaro to 2021 as he topped the timesheets on his first run of the year. He aims to bring Aprilia to the next level over the coming season, and this will certainly come as a boost to their hopes. So Saturday turned out to be a good day for the Aprilia team, but could they keep that momentum going through the weekend? Well, on day 3, better conditions in Losail allowed the grid to put in some impressive times, which saw Fabio Quartararo top the timesheets thanks to a 1:53.940. His teammate Maverick Viñales also looked good on track despite suffering a fall at turn 2 earlier in the day. For the Petronas Yamaha duo, it was another fine performance from Franco Morbidelli as he recorded a top 5 finish, while we're yet to see Valentino Rossi hit the speed and times we've grown accustomed to over the year. Aleix Espargaro once again impressing on the track, following up Saturday's P1 with a P3 today. It's certainly been an eye-catching start to 2021 for the Spanish rider, but he and his team are remaining grounded with a long way yet to go in the season. There was plenty of equipment tested on the Honda machines, with a new front and rear hole shot device spotted while Takaki Nakagami was seen riding with the latest fairings. The Japanese rider tasted the asphalt after falling at turn 2 and couldn't quite crack the top 10 with a P13 finish. His LCR teammate Alex Marquez is right behind him on the timeshot, while he too fell victim to the second corner for his second crash of the day. Paul Espargaro completed over 60 laps at Losail, and despite having sat in P2 at midday, he slid down the timesheets for 12th overall, with test rider Stefan Bradl the best place of the Hondas in 6th. Elsewhere, it was another good day for Ducati as both their factory riders placed inside the top 10. Jack Miller took home P2 with a 1:54 flat. It was P9 for Francesco Bagnaia, who was looking good on his GP21, as was his Pramac racing counterpart Johan Zarco, the Frenchman riding home for P6. Jorge Martin has had a rough start to his MotoGP career, once again hitting the deck at turn 16 as he placed 19th overall. Enea Bastianini has had better fortunes as he begins his Premier Class career, finishing the best of the rookies in P16, just ahead of fellow newbie and Avintia Racing teammate Luca Marini. Suzuki were seen testing out a smaller dashboard, and both their riders should be pleased with top 10 finishes, with world champion John Mir the better placed of the two in 8th. KTM are still finding their feet in Qatar, with none of their riders managing to crack the top 10. Miguel Oliveira the best placed of them all in P11. So that's your wrap up of the weekend action, but don't forget there's plenty more to come from Wednesday, which you can stay up to date with on MotoGP.com.